Good evening, family. I'm an ag named Bob, and I'm truly grateful for this process. First, I'd like to give the God of my understanding a special shout out for allowing me to have another day clean. For without Him, His grace and His mercy, I would be a struggling ag still on the project floor, sleeping on the staircases, without no hope and not a win in sight. But He saw fit to help me up off that ground and give me some hope. And for that, I'm truly forever, forever, forever be grateful. Once again, everybody seems to think that, the drugs, the disease is just using crack cocaine or heroin, and that's why it's looked down on and it's frowned upon. But the truth of the matter is, whatever we're suffering from, sex addiction, crack addiction, gambling addiction, whatever else addiction you can do. Even, let's put it, in the terms of, we all are recovering from something, and being as we look down on so many things that other people are going through, we can't get no grasp, no true understanding of what the recovery process in someone else's life is, because we so caught up in whatever definition someone seemed to give it. But the definition of disease is a disorder. There's not one person in this world walking this earth that don't suffer from a disorder. However, they're all different things. And how you suffer and how I suffer may be different. But one thing that does not change, and that's the feelings. And that's why they said make sure you identify with the feelings, not the process. When I went inside the fellowship that I used to attend, it was predominantly another race. And make no mistake about it, I'm not race, I see no color. I just see faces. And that is a fact. But however, anyway, let's get back to this. Now, when you suffering from the disease and it's a disorder, it can be anything for that matter. It can be, I lost my chain of thought, but I can stay on schedule regardless of what, because today it's about being honest. It ain't about trying to look good for nobody, and the disease does not discriminate. It doesn't care if you live in Hollywood. It doesn't care if you live in the projects or on the ground. It wants you dead. And I'm talking about, mental illness is a disease. And very, 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 very much on the market today, where there's all the hospitals are grasping on the idea that they need a mental partner in their establishment, because it's so highly, how would I say it? It's so highly in demand at this point in life, because they brought recognition to the fact that we all suffer. And the truth be told is, we are all suffering from something. And we all crazy. But thank God we ain't all crazy on the same night. And I just wanted to make that distinction, man. Like, pretty much put everything together in that perspective, because that's what this truly about. Each one teach one helping another. Because whatever it is you trying to stay clean from, what I'm saying, ain't just got to be no drugs, It could be whatever it is, that you're having a problem with. And it's, the doctor who got the Harvard degrees, if he at work all day and he got a family, and Johnny is running around getting high, and the family's falling apart. He have a working disorder because he's putting his job before his family. And this is why marriage is so, you know, high value, you know, because people be putting their careers before their family. You got to balance. You know, that's what I was told. But getting back to that chain of thought, I remember being in that meeting, and I used to sit in there, and I saw predominantly other people, white in particular, and they were sharing their stories inside that group, and they was talking about how they went to college and all this other stuff, and they graduated and everything, shooting heroin and smoking crack and everything else. I just couldn't believe that. At that time, I had a year cleaning that establishment, and I talked myself out of that place because I said I don't belong here. These people are not like me, and because how the hell was you going to school every day? When I was getting high, my job was to get high as much as I can. I couldn't even think about school. In fact, I lost my job because I was thinking about getting high so much, you know. So, again, I walked out of that establishment, man, and had to come back in with my face between my tail because you can't save your face and your butt at the same time. So I had to hold my hand high and say, hey, I'm Bob and I got one day back. You know, and it was the most humiliating thing I had to do clean at that time. And but I did it. And I got 5 years, 9 years, something like that time. Until I slipped up on some other thing, but that's another story, you know. But I just want to make that, you know, distinction and make this so we can be, you know, everybody can be on the same page with what this is all about. This is all about each one teach one, one individual helping another. Because if you truly want to have a great day, do something for somebody else and see the smile on their face. If you don't get high off that, I don't know what, you're not human. That's a fact. You are definitely not human. But yes, man, and man, I really need you guys' support, and I need those subscribes on YouTube, and because you know, I don't know if it's I'm not even gonna get into that right now because that's another story. You know, thank God I ain't doing this for money. I'm just doing this, and of course the money will come, man. But God told me, you know, that, you know, this is service right now, and that's what I'm doing. Trying to help another, whoever, get through whatever it is they trying to get through. But we can do it together one day at a time, 1 minute at a time sometimes. However, I am truly grateful for this process. I'm literally living a dream, like a fairy tale. I'm here to kill that lie. Once an addict, always an addict. No, once an addict. I am an addict, but I'm a recovering addict, and I will always be in recovery as long as I stay clean a day at a time. I'm an addict named Bob, and I'm truly grateful for this process.